Alpona is a kind of folk art and a spontaneous expression of the artistic sensibility of people. It retains the past experience of the community and at the same time is very much contemporary in feeling. It is mainly the womenfolk who have kept the art alive in this part of the subcontinent. They retain connections with age-old traditions and at the same time are bold youth to experiment with new forms and new colors. They are conscious of the changing moods of the seasons, and their creativity thus marks the changing cycle of the year. Hindu women observe a number of vratas in Bengal. It necessitates the making of clay images as well as Alpona designs. They decorate their houses and paint their walls in patterns learnt from earlier generations, in which each one of them quite often creates a world of her own imagination. Generally, they do this with a small piece of cloth soaked in a solution of grind rice. It is likely that Alpona designs were originally drawn by spreading white rice powder or by drawing lines on a layer of this powder. The word Alpona might have originated from the Sanskrit alimpana, which means to plaster, or to coat with. According to some authorities, however, Alpona is probably derived from alpana, yadi, the art of making ales or embankments. Alpona does occur in any of the ancient books on art, although the word rangavali is mentioned in some of them. Rangavali means creepers painted in colors, and the description of this art clearly indicates that it was a kind of Alpona. In Sanskrit works like Kadambari and Tilakamanjari, one finds vivid description of the beauty and technique of these designs. Detailed description of Alpona paintings is found in later works like Kajalreka and others. It is difficult to determine the origin of the art. Many authorities hold that some of the vratas and pujas with which Alponas are associated can be traced to pre-Aryan times. It may have come down to us from the Austric people who lived in the country long before the coming of the Aryans. According to these authorities, the ritualistic and traditional folk arts of Bengal, including Alpona, originally belonged to the early agricultural communities for the supply of ample crops and driving out evil spirits. Ingredients used in such drawings mainly consist of rice powder, rice paste diluted in water, dry color powders produced from dried leaves, charcoal, burnt earth, etc. Alpona is generally done on the floor and tea on the wall or ceiling, as was the case with the cave paintings of Ajanta. From time immemorial, womenfolk of Bengal have been using these designs for religious and ceremonial purposes. Representations in Alpona have become conventional to a certain extent. Thus, we find a certain mechanical monotony, a stereotyped symmetry in the design of Alpona, yet the inherent vitality of the motifs of these designs is such that it invariably asserts itself through the conventional fetters. On the other hand, the separation and uniformity of the motifs in these designs give a subtle character and a utilitarian aspect to the Alpona. Circular Alpona is used as a holy pedestal in the time of worshipping a deity, especially in the case of Lakshmi Puja. Motifs used in Alpona are sun, rice stem, owl, ladder, plow, leg of goddess Lakshmi, fish, betel leaves, lotus, shankalata, container of sindur kauta, etc. In modern times, Alpona is very much influenced by the Santiniketani style of art. Santiniketani Alpona is abstract, ornamental, secular, and compact in nature. On the 21st of February, the Shahid Minar in Dhaka and roads leading to it are decorated with Alpona paintings. They have in fact become an inseparable element in the observance of 21 February in Bangladesh. It is true that in modern Bangladesh, Alpona has attained a purely secular character.